Welcome to my garden. As spring transitions into summer, it's the perfect time to introduce you to my beloved Coleus plants. With their stunning foliage and effortless maintenance, Coleus are a true gem in any garden. Each year, I meticulously overwinter around 100 varieties of Coleus indoors, nurturing them until they're ready to grace my outdoor spaces. Today, I'll be planting some of them in my flower beds, where they'll flourish throughout the summer. It's essential to give these young Coleus a good start by planting them in well-draining soil and providing them with the right amount of sunlight and water. It's crucial to plant Coleus varieties with large leaves in areas that receive partial shade, particularly during the peak hours of sunlight. Conversely, for Coleus varieties with small or narrow leaves, especially those with yellow hues, they thrive best in full sun. With a little attention, they'll reward us with a riot of colors and textures. In the garden, Coleus plants face two main threats. Be prepared for an attack of powdery mildew. To combat it, you can mix a teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide in a liter of water and spray the stems and leaves from the underside. Often after rain, slugs appear, which can completely devour a young plant overnight. Therefore, I plant only simple varieties in the garden or duplicate them and keep them in pots just in case. To deter slugs in the garden, I use store-bought slug poison in granules, which I sprinkle around the Coleus plants after rain. Unfortunately, the water I use to irrigate the garden is very cold and contains a high level of iron as it comes from an underground well. Coleus plants are highly heat sensitive and do not tolerate this cold water well. They grow particularly rapidly only after summer rains when the temperature reaches pleasant 77 degrees Celsius. Additionally, they respond well to mulching with peat, which helps retain moisture in the upper soil layer where the Coleus roots are located. I always prune the flower stalks of Coleus plants to encourage vigorous foliage growth and bushiness. Coleus seeds are very small, and collecting them requires special attention. I propagate Coleus solely through cuttings to preserve their varietal characteristics. As you can see, my Coleus plants have really taken off. Despite the cool and dry summer we experienced here in northern Germany in 2023, they've still managed to grow and add beauty to my garden. While the summer of 2023 may not have been ideal for Coleus, I'm full of hope for the next summer, 2024. All of my Coleus plants have varietal names, which are important to know if you're collecting them. For instance, knowing the varieties you already have is crucial for exchanging with other collectors or purchasing new ones. To preserve all the names of the Coleus plants I've been growing for 9 years, I take photos, label them, and store the photos digitally. I don't use tags or stickers on the pots. I remember most of the names by heart because they are very logical. With each passing season, I'm reminded of the endless possibilities and joys that gardening brings. With the right care and a little optimism, I'm sure we'll have an even more spectacular display of Coleus in our gardens. So, whether you're an experienced gardener or just starting out, I encourage you to consider adding Coleus to your garden. They're not only beautiful, but also resilient, bringing joy and color to any space. Happy gardening!